Very good morning to all of you students. Welcome to the mathematics class. In this session, we will study a theoretical chapter of class ninth, and the name of this chapter is Introduction to Euclid's Geometry. Students, this is not a most important chapter, but generally one or two theoretical questions are asked from this chapter. So first of all, student, we will discuss here what are the important topics related to this chapter. So in this chapter, we will study some Indian mathematician and their discovery, what is geometry, what is the origination of geometry, and some important theories and postulates related to Euclid's. So starts students. First of all, what is the meaning of geometry? Geometry is derived from the Greek words geo meaning earth and metrian meaning means the measurement. That means geometry is made by two words, geo and metrian. Geo means earth and metrian means measurement. So we can say that geometry means the measurement of earth. Clear? It was first originated in Egypt, and Egyptian geometry was the statement of result. That means we can say that it is generally originated from the Egypt, and Egyptian describe it as a statement of results. Clear? Now, now students, later on Babylonians work was for finding the formula of areas of plane figure. That means after the discovery of basic geometry, which was discovered in Egypt, Babylonians find how can we find the formula of plane figure. That means if we have any plane figure, then how can we find its area? So there are some figure like this, 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 and this. So these are all of plane figures, and the area of these plane figures find first by the Babylonians. Clear? Now students, we will discuss here some important our Indian mathematician. Like Indian mathematician Brahmagupta discovered the formula for finding the area of a cyclic quadrilateral. So he described what is cyclic quadrilateral and how can we find the area of a cyclic quadrilateral. As you know that cyclic quadrilateral is a quadrilateral whose all the vertices are lie on the circumference of a circle, and it was discovered by the Brahmagupta, which was the Indian mathematician. Clear? Now students, the section proof of Pythagoras theorem is also discovered by the Indian mathematician Brahmagupta and Bhaskara. Clear? So as you see that in the figure, Bhaskar second gave a dissection proof of Pythagoras theorem. He calculated the depth of a pond with the help of two lotus plants. So in the figure, with the help of two lotus plants, he find the depth of any pond. Clear? Now students, Aryabhat worked out the area of an isosceles triangle, the volume of pyramids, and approximate value of pi. So these are discovered by Indian mathematician Aryabhat. Now students, Thales, a Greek mathematician, was the first who gave a proof of statement of circle is bisected by its diameter. That means he discovered that diameter is a line which divide any circle into two equal parts. Clear? Now student, Pythagoras developed the theory of geometry and discovered many geometrical properties with the help of this theorem, and this theorem is known as Pythagoras theorem, and it is generally used in right angle triangle. Clear? Now students, the Greeks developed geometry in a systematic manner. That means the systematic way of describing geometry was originated from the Greeks, and Euclid's a Greek mathematician which is also known as father of geometry, and he gave some geometrical result with the help of theory, that means with the help of definitions, and he gave deductive logical reasoning. With the help of deductive logical reasoning he described many things, and this geometry is known as Euclidean geometry. Means a geometry where we can find the area of any plane figure is known as Euclidean geometry on the basis of Greek mathematician Euclid. So Euclid summarized the previous work of geometry as definition. He wrote almost 23 definitions in any book, but here there are 7 important points are given, which are also known as 7 important postulates or axioms. Clear? So students, we will discuss here one by one all these points. The first point is, a point is that which has no parts. Second thing, a line is breadthless and length only. A line has only length, there is no breadth in the line. Third one is, the ends of a line are a points. Fourth one, a straight line is a line which lies evenly with the points on itself. Fifth is, a surface is that which has length and breadth only. That means in the case of surface there is a area, and area contain length as well as breadth. Six, the edges of a surface are line. And the seventh is, a plane surface is a surface which lies evenly with a straight line itself. So these are the 7 important points which describe the basic geometry of plane figure. Clear? And these points are also known as postulates or axioms, which are given by the Euclids. Clear? Now students, we discuss some basic geometrical concept. First, what is axiom? So axiom, the basic facts which are taken for granted without proof are called axiom. That means there are some theoretical concepts which are true and there is no need of their proving. So first point is, things which are equal to same things are equal to another. That means if two things are equal to one another, then we can say that first and third is also equal. That means if A is equal to B and B is equal to C, then we can say that A is equal to C. Second one is, if equals are added to equals, the whole are also equal. Means if two things are equal and we add some equal in both two parts, then the result will also be equal. Third one is, if equals are subtracted from equal, the remainders are also equal. That means if A is equal to B and we subtract C from both sides, we get also equal result. Fourth point, things which coincide with one another are equal to one another. Fifth one is, the whole is greater than the part. Means if we take a small part from any whole body, then the whole body is always greater than from its a part which is taken from the whole body. Next one, things which are double of the same things are equal to one another. Means if A is equal to B, then multiplied by 2 both sides, we get just double of the origin value. Now, things which are half of the same things are equal to one another. The same way, if A is equal to B, then their half are also equal. Now students, eighth point is, the first things is greater than the second and the second is greater than the third, then we can say that the first is also greater than the third. Means if A is greater than B, B is greater than C, then A is greater than C. Now students, what is postulates? Axioms are the general statements and postulates are the axioms relating to the geometry. 5 Euclid's postulates are given below. Student, this is the important topic because generally this question is asked in the examination. So read this 5 postulates very carefully. Postulate number 1, a straight line may be drawn from one point to another. And you can see this postulates from the figure. So in the figure, AB is a line which is drawn from point A to B. Postulate number 2, a terminated line can be produced indefinitely. That means if any line is terminated, then we can produce this line as much as possible and as much as according to myself. Clear? Third one is a circle can be drawn with any center and radius. We can draw any circle whose center is different, whose center and radius is also different. Next point, all right angles are equal to one another. Means if we draw a right angle triangle, then all right angle will be equal because they will be 90 degree. Question number 5, if a straight line falling on the two straight lines making the interior angles on the same side of it taken together less than two right angles, then the two straight lines, if produced infinitely, meet on the side on which the angles are less than two right angles. That means angle 1 plus angle 2 is always less than 180 degree, and this can be seen in the figure. So in the figure, AB and CD are two lines which are not parallel, and EF is a line which intersect these two lines. That means we can say that EF is a transversal line. So angle 1 and angle 2 are not both right angle. Then the sum of these two angles is always less than 180 degree. Clear it? Okay students. So students, these are the important points and important axioms which are asked in the examination. So this is a theoretical chapter, and with the help of this chapter you can get some theoretical concept of geometry, and you can also study our Indian mathematician who discovered the important theories which was discovered by later on the Greek and foreign mathematician. So study and learn the postulates and basic concepts of geometry. Okay students, thank you very much.